Some decisions are usually loud, others are made by saying nothing at all. No press conference, no vote, no announcement, just delay. And we pretend that silence is neutral, that waiting is cautious, and that inaction is harmless. But silence is never empty. Silence chooses who waits. Silence decides who lives with the consequences. When water is contaminated and nothing happens, silence is a decision. When communities raise concern and they are told, wait for more data, silence is a decision. When protections are rolled back quietly with no explanation, silence is a decision. And here is the truth we don't like to say out loud. Delay doesn't stop harm. It just shifts it onto families, onto children, onto people with the least power to avoid it. We have normalized this. We have been taught that progress is slow, that change takes time, and that urgency is emotional. But somehow, harm always moves fast. Contaminants move fast. Exposure moves fast. The damage to trust moves fast. What moves slowly is accountability. And silence helps move it even slower. Because when nothing is said, there's no one to challenge. When nothing is said, there's no one to quote. When nothing is said, responsibility dissolves. Silence becomes a shield. And over time, we stop expecting better. We adjust, we adapt, we buy filters, we change habits, we lower expectations. Not because the problem is solved, but because living in crisis all the time is so exhausting. That is how silence wins. But here is what history keeps showing us. Every meaningful change began when someone refused to stay quiet, not because they had all the answers, not because the moment was convenient, but because the cost of silence became higher than the cost of speaking. So if this moment feels uncomfortable, well and good. Discomfort is often the first sign that silence is breaking, because the opposite of silence isn't noise, it is responsibility. And the question we have to keep asking ourselves, especially now, is very simple. If nothing is said, who benefits? I'm Omesa Mukai, and this is the Climate Voices podcast.